Ma'am, step away from the vehicle. Hands where I can see them. Now.
Officer, I haven't done anything wrong. This is my car.
Registration says otherwise. You fit the description. Don't make this harder.
I know my rights. You have no probable
I said
cause.
step back!
Or I'll...
The body cam captured everything. What started as a routine traffic stop would soon become the most expensive civil rights lawsuit in the city of Brookfield's history. It's 2:17 p.m., Thursday, April 13th, 2023, Maple Avenue, a quiet, tree-lined street. The irony? Judge Harris had just left a seminar on constitutional rights for local law enforcement. Now, she's about to become the center of a national firestorm. Vanessa Harris is 44 years old. Born to a single mother in Detroit, she worked her way from public schools to Harvard Law. Graduating magna cum laude in 2003, she clerked for the Supreme Court, then prosecuted civil rights cases for the DOJ, winning 87% of her trials. In 2018, she was appointed the youngest black woman to the federal bench in the state's history. Her colleagues call her the conscience of the court. She's received the NAACP Legal Defense Award, the ABAS Justice in Action Medal, and was named one of Time's 100 most influential people in law. Harris is known for her meticulous knowledge of constitutional law, especially the Fourth Amendment. Her father was a union machinist, her mother, a nurse. She's never forgotten where she came from, mentoring dozens of first-generation law students. The ultimate irony, Judge Harris has spent her career teaching police about civil rights. Today, she'll need every ounce of that expertise. It's a Thursday. Judge Harris's day starts at 6:30 a.m. Coffee, a quick run, then a Zoom call with her clerks. She drives her 2022 Tesla Model S Midnight Blue, custom plates reading ecologist, to the Brookfield Community Center. She's just finished leading a workshop for local officers on de-escalation and implicit bias. On her way home, she stops at the neighborhood bakery for sourdough and a latte. She chats with the owner, waves to a neighbor, then heads back to her car. Just a regular afternoon. No one could have predicted what would happen next. Officer Jason Keller, 38, has been with the Brookfield Police Department for 12 years. His personnel file would later reveal a pattern: 5 excessive force complaints, 3 allegations of racial profiling, all unsubstantiated. He's known for his aggressive stops, especially of drivers he deems out of place. Today, Keller's on edge. He's frustrated after a heated roll call about crime upticks. He's scanning for anything suspicious. When he sees a black woman in a luxury car, he assumes the worst. Keller's cruiser screeches to a halt behind Harris's Tesla. He approaches, hand on holster. Officer Keller, license and registration. Now. Judge Harris, certainly, officer. May I ask the reason for the stop? Officer Keller, this car was reported stolen. Step out. Judge Harris, that's impossible. I have the title and registration right here. She hands over her documents, hands steady. Keller barely glances at them. Officer Keller, these could be fake. Step away from the vehicle. Judge Harris, officer, I'm a federal judge. I know my rights. Please call your supervisor. Keller's jaw tightens. He radios for backup, voice clipped. Officer Keller, we'll sort this out at the station. Turn around. Hands behind your back. Judge Harris, I'm not resisting. I'm requesting a supervisor and legal counsel. A small crowd gathers. A bakery employee films on her phone. Bystander, she didn't do anything. That's Judge Harris. Keller ignores them, snapping cuffs on Harris. Officer Keller, you're under arrest for grand theft auto and resisting. Judge Harris, you're making a grave mistake. Keller pushes her toward the cruiser. Harris remains calm, voice unwavering. Judge Harris, everything is being recorded. I advise you to reconsider. Engagement hook. Quick question for you watching. Have you ever witnessed something like this? Type yes in the comments. Backup arrives. Sergeant Linda Morales, 46, steps out. Eyes wide as she recognizes Harris as GT. Morales, Jason, what's going on? That's Judge Harris. Keller hesitates but doubles down. Officer Keller, she matched the description. Cars reported stolen. Morales checks the registration, then Harris's ID. Her face falls. SKT. Morales, Jason, release her. Now. Keller's face flushes. He fumbles with the cuffs, stammering. Officer Keller, I was just following protocol. The crowd murmurs. The bakery employee keeps filming. Section 8. Immediate aftermath. 1720 MIN. Harris is released. Wrists red. She calmly requests all body cam footage be preserved. Witnesses offer statements, several providing their own videos. Keller tries to wave it off. Officer Keller, just a misunderstanding, ma'am. No harm done. Judge Harris, officer, I expect a full report, and I will be filing a formal complaint. She turns to the crowd. Judge Harris, thank you for documenting this. Engagement hook. Do you think the officer should have just apologized? Let me know below. Internal Affairs is on the scene within hours. The U.S. Attorney's Office opens a federal civil rights investigation. Body cam and dash cam footage are reviewed showing Keller's aggressive approach and disregard for Harris's credentials. A pattern emerges. Keller has stopped black drivers at 3 times the rate of white drivers. 12 complaints in 5 years. Supervisors failed to intervene. Local news uncovers similar stories. Other black professionals wrongfully stopped and humiliated. The department sees something. Say something policy is exposed as a paper tiger. Judge Harris files a federal lawsuit, Harris v. City of Brookfield, alleging racial profiling, false arrest, and violation of civil rights. Discovery reveals damning emails. Keller's supervisors ignored red flags. Media coverage explodes. CNN, MSNBC, and the New York Times run the story. Settlement talks stall. The city gambles on a trial. Expert witnesses testify. This was not a mistake. This was a pattern. The jury deliberates for just 4 hours. The verdict, $910,000 awarded to Judge Harris for damages and punitive relief. Officer Keller is fired, stripped of his pension, and faces federal charges for civil rights violations. The Brookfield Police Department is ordered to implement mandatory anti-bias training, body cam audits, and an independent oversight board. Judge Harris donates $100. Zero of her settlement to a scholarship fund for first-generation law students. The city's stop and search policy is rewritten. Community trust, slowly, begins to rebuild. If this can happen to a federal judge and expert in civil rights law, what about ordinary citizens? Judge Harris's ordeal exposed not just one bad actor, but a system in desperate need of reform. Her courage and the power of documentation forced accountability. If you believe in justice, subscribe for more stories like this. What's your biggest takeaway? Drop it in the comments below. And don't miss our next video when a police chief's son gets pulled over. What happens next will shock you.